Okay, so lecture number 2. So in this lecture or session, we look into a few type of user interface or search, and then also we look into how do we visualize the document content. Okay, these are some of the existing website or tools that we can use to visualize our document. Okay. So the first thing that we will look into is the search process, query specification, and then query specification interface. We will also look at how do we display the retrieval result. And then also we look into the query reformulation, organizing such result, and also how do we visualize uh, the return answer for our query. Okay. So search process. In the search process, we have people who are engaging in the search process. So what happens is that they will try to key in the first keyword, and then if the return results are not satisfying, they will try to reformulate their query. Okay, so the user such strategy differ when searching over previously seen material, meaning that um, they will change the keyword or they will expand the keyword depending on the result that they get in the based on the previous query. Okay, so the search interface have been developed to support both query history and revisitation. So remember just now I show you when I type the query, they will list all the possible query that you may be interested in. That is based on the frequency of the query. Okay, the most type query will appear at the top of the pull down list that you have. Okay, and that's why when you are looking at certain topic, if you do not have enough background, you will have difficulty in finding the right keyword in order to find relevant document to your topic. So the less user know about a topic, the poorer judges they are of whether a search result is relevant to that particular topic. Okay, so we do not know how to type what is the good keyword that we want to use. Okay, the other study found that searchers tend to look at only the top rank retrieve result, meaning that we take for granted that the top 3 or the top 5 will be the most relevant document with respect to our query. But in some cases, that is not the case. Okay? And further, they are biased towards thinking the top one or the two results are better than those beneath them. So this is our assumption when we receive the list of document that we have. Okay, so people are poor at estimating how much of the relevant material they have found. So in this course, you will learn how do you measure the degree of relevancy of the document uh, when we compare to the query that we have um, when we key in the query. Okay? So our background knowledge influence our search process. Expert use different strategy compared to the beginner. Novice is a beginner searcher. Expert searcher were more patient than the beginner because they will go through the list and then open and then read carefully. This positive attitude led to better search outcome. Okay, so when you do not have confidence of what you are trying to find, then you end up getting the wrong document for your uh, topic that you're supposed to get. Okay, query specification. Okay, the primary method for a searcher to express the information need are to you just key in the keyword, and then sometimes you select link from a directory or other information organization display, like the one that you have that I've shown you just now. Sometimes you type the first keyword and then they will display the possible term that you are looking at. Then you can just click on them. Okay. Um, a short query reflects the standard usage scenario in which the user tests the water. Normally, they will look at one or two or three keywords. If the results do not look relevant, then the user reformulate their query. Reformulate means they update. Okay, they use different term or they use more terms to describe. Okay, so if the results are promising, then the user navigates. Navigates means they click on the link and then they will read. Okay, so this search behavior is a demonstration of the orienteering strategy of web. Okay, in the beginning, we have um, some kind of query specification interface, for example, like this. This is just an example. You have the author organization, what is the title, and so on. Okay. For example, this website. Okay, this website is a very specific website where you are looking at the location. Okay, so here I said find McDonald near New York. So this Yelp website, you can try them. Yelp.com. User can refine the search by location using the second form, the second text field. Okay. Then they will show you the list here, McDonald restaurant, and then the address. Okay. We also have this. Okay, some search forms show hint on what kind of information should be entered. Okay, so over here they ask you what are you looking for, when does it happen, and near which location. So this is they specifically ask you what are you looking at, and then when this thing happened, and then what is the location. Okay, so this is zwhen.com search. Okay. Some interface show list of query suggestion. This is the one that I show you. So this is when you are signing in. This is when you are not signing in. So if you look at the possible list that you have will be different. So this is based on the user profiling. This is based on uh, not based on user profiling. Okay. So notice that you will have different lists. Kan? So it depends on the user profiling yang the first one ni, and second one is just based on nothing. So there is a different of list of suggestion that you will be getting depending on your profile. Okay. So when you try to display them, the document could be shown in a full text or some kind of short summary of what is the document about. Okay, so we have either we show them in full or in parts only. Okay, so this information is a key part of the success of the search interface. We are looking at the certain part only. Okay, so the quality of the surrogate refer to the information that summarize the document. Okay, so this one they display the full document. This one they display the summary only. Okay, so the quality of the summary or the surrogate can greatly affect the perceived relevance of the search return result. So there is also a research on this. Given the document, how do you best summarize them and present to the user? This one you just show the whole document lah. Okay. So in web search, the page title is normally shown prominently along the URL. So and also we have some other metadata such as the date of publish, who is the author, and then we also have text summary or snippet containing text as extracted from the document. This is auto auto display. Okay, let me show you the example. Okay, let me share you the website. Okay, if you look at this search, okay, this search I type clustering spectral data. Okay, so some of the website they just give you the short sentence that they capture that containing your keyword here. So for example, like this ML spectral clustering, they just give you this. Some they summarize. So most of them give you like one or two sentences that containing the keyword that you type. Okay, so easier for you to just um, to get the idea what is the content of that document. Okay. We also have something like this. Beside the text, we also have a sample of images or link to the new definition. So, for example, like this, we type in the term rainbow, and then they also show you the images and also uh, possible keyword that you could type. So, rainbow hotel, rainbow cake, somewhere over the rainbow, and you notice that here they have a summary of that website. Okay, similar to this. Um, Sometimes if you are looking for the Manchester United here, they give you the background of Manchester United and also the game that they have. Okay, so when they design the Google, they look at this one whether this is a verb or nouns. Nouns is like like one entity, Manchester United. So when they look at the type of keyword that we have, so this is noun, then we say, okay, normally what kind of information that the user normally like to look for. So maybe the description of the entity or the result that they have for that particular entity. Okay. Um, Displaying the query term in the context in which they appear in the document. So, like just now, I show you they show what is the first or two sentences that display on the website. So this one will improve user ability to gauge the relevance of the result. Okay, it is sometimes referred to KWIC. What is KWIC? Let me. I also forgot about KWIC.
Keywords in context also.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. So keyword in context lah. This one kan. So they're looking at how the word is being used in the sentence lah. So what is the context of the word in the sentence? So it is also known as query bias summary or query oriented summaries or user directed summary. Okay. Um, they they also looking at the how we determine which text to place in the summary and how much text to show. So this is a challenging problem because given the query that we have, given the keyword that we have, how much sentence or part of the paragraph that we should display. Okay, there are some trade-off showing contiguous sentence to aid in coherent in the result. So this one we are looking at the whole paragraph of the page. Okay, and for this one showing sentence that contain the query terms only. So this one less sentence but direct to the sentence that use that particular query term. Okay. Okay, some results suggest that it is better to show full sentence rather than cut them off. So um, sometimes you will see one paragraph of the page that is considered relevant to your query. So what they do, they will cut one portion here, cut one portion here that contain that particular keyword, and then they will summarize here. Okay. Um, Further, the kind of information to display should vary according to the intent of the query. So some prefer longer result, some prefer abbreviated listing. Okay, for example, MAS, Malaysian Airline System. Um, Similarly, requests for factual information can be satisfied with a concise result display. So this is more on factual. So for example, when is the Sabah Day? Um, what is the no? Who is the president? Who is the ninth president of U.S. and so on, so on. Okay, that is factual information. Okay, other kind of document information can be useful shown on the site. So this is the result that you get, and this is the possible um, other kind of information that might be useful. Okay. Certain search engines search for over full text. So this is Biotech search engine. So you key in your keyword here, then they will give you a full text summary. Um, yeah, full text summary because the way they gather the information here or the way they store the data, they have a specific text field that referring to certain topic. So they will just display this one. So Biotech search engine. Uh, Let me try that one. So if I go to share, So we look at the type of name that we have, biotech. Not this one, biotech search engine. So can you see this one? Biotech search engine. So
Yeah.
let's suppose we want to look for what? Biotech. Uh, let's suppose biotechnology. So over here we, we can search for full text or abstract or just figure or just figure list or figure caption lah. So they don't show anything. Not functioning. Oh, retire sudah.
Oh,
The biotech search engine
yeah.
software has been retired.
Specification. Skills with the
Okay. So this is depends on the journal that they have mail out. Because if you look at when you submit to the journal, then you have a few sections that you need to uh, key in, like the abstract, the title, the keyword, and also the rest of the information lah. So normally they just key in the title and also the abstract and also the keyword. So based on that, they will store and then retrieve the document lah. Okay, let me go back to the slide. Okay. Last time boleh, sekarang tidak boleh. So this is sample dia lah. So we type certain keyword here, then they will have the abstract, the full text, and then many more lah. All the photos also display. Okay, query reformulation is a key user behavior during web search, which is how they react when they do not find the relevant document. Okay, so one of the technique used is showing term related to the query or to the document retrieved in response to the query. Okay, so and also they have a special case of this is the spelling correction or suggestion. And also they could expand the term depends on what they have in the list of frequent term that they have in the server. Study by Jensen said that 8% of query were generated from the term suggestion, the list of term suggested from the list. And we found that 6% of users who were exposed to term suggestion choose chose to click. So less than 10% of them referring to or clicking the suggested term with respect to the query. Okay. Some query term suggestion are based on the entire search session. So depends on the search session and also their user profiling. And other are based on behavior of other user. So this is only based on your own profiling, and this is based on the other profiling. Okay. Um, this is the most important part is that how do we get the relevant feedback from the system or from the user. Okay, so the relevant feedback is another method whose goal is to aid in query reformulation. Okay, so we will study this one. Okay, how do we provide feedback to the system that this link or this document is relevant to the query that we just entered. So the system then compute a new query from this information and show a new retrieval set. Okay, organizing search results. So this is how do you display the list of answer that you return to the user when they key in the keyword. Okay, so organizing result into meaningful group can help user understand the result. So they could be displayed as in category or clustering. In a category system, they will have a label. Okay, for example, let me show you. Um, this one is a superbook interface for showing retrieval result. So they have um, the table of content. They also have the hypertext that link to the document. They also have the thumbnail graphic and so on. But let me go back to here. Okay, so how do they display? They can display them in a category structure as a flat. Flat meaning that they have a list of category, or hierarchical meaning that they have branches, or just one list of category that they have. So a flat category are simple list of topics. So they are listed of topics. Okay, so most website organize the information into general category. Selecting that category narrow the set of information. So this is like more on table of content, okay, or list of content. Okay, some website engine automatically organize result into flat category. Um, Flat category is where you have just list of them. So they do not have branches or hierarchy. So just list of them. Okay, and the other one is based on directory. Uh, if you remember last time, this is the first most popular search engine last time. So the way they display is they display like a tree. Okay, this was popularized by Netscape, but where is Netscape now? Gone already, kan? Because they do not have the powerful search engine, so they collapse because nobody want to use Netscape browser anymore, and the Yahoo is one of the powerful search engine 30 years ago, but now no more. Okay, this is the sample of result display based on facilitated navigation, meaning that they are listed in images or in groups or in a category. Okay, there is no tree or hierarchy. Some of them using clustering. Clustering refer to the group of items according to some measure of similarity. So this is based on cluster lah. So for example, we are looking at this cluster Atari Jaguar 9. So this is the member of the cluster. Okay, and each one of them will have a subcluster again. So this is subcluster. They have 41. This is a subcluster. They have 59. Okay, so this is based on cluster. Okay, so this is not example, but using the standard keyword. Okay, standard keyword. So for this, this is the top one. Standard, no, the top high level. So they have 29. So in the 29 document, they have all of this belong to the cluster of this. Okay. Okay. How do we visualize um, the search interface? Okay. So, before we go further, we have to look at the a few techniques that they use. The first one is in Boolean index, and the second one is the query term within retrieval result, and the third one is looking at the relationship among the word, and last one is the text mining. Okay, so we look into the first one, Boolean syntax. So this is the visualizing using the Boolean syntax. So meaning that for this retrieval and the keyword, they are closely interrelated. And also they're looking at the graphical browsing and searching. They have like overlapping. Okay, so this is visualizing using the Boolean syntax. We also have this one is looking at the content of the document, and then they look at the query that they have. Then they will color which part. Okay, for example, like this is here, and then prevention here, and then research is here. Okay, so meaning that um, this keyword exists in this document. Okay, so um, the way they display is that, wait, okay, so this is considered as one document, and then they identify which part of the document consists of the first term, second term, and third term. Okay, similar to this, they use different color lagi. So the blue one is the referring to, I cannot say this one lah, but they give you a concept that okay, we have four keywords here, and then which document belong to which document has the keyword for this particular key. Okay. We also have the word and document. So, for example, if we have a document, and then we have the word, certain text, for example, computer science. So, in relation to the document that we have, so something like this. So, this document, they are linked together using this term. Okay. So, looking at these two documents, one belong to knowledge representation and the other one belong to hypertext engineering. Okay, so if you look at this area here, so they have this cluster, but each document will refer to different word. Okay, so some of them belong to this word, some of them belong to application, some of them belong to this lab. This one is another one, Info Sky. I'm not sure whether still exists. Let's have a look. Info Sky. No more. Or they are in one word. Info Sky. Okay, so I don't think they exist anymore due to um, the superpower Google. Okay? And also we have this X-Fine Viz Island from Andrew. These are some of the project developed by individual researcher lah. So when we say Andrew et al, meaning that uh, a few people working together with Andrew are developing this one. So this one is just showing you how they visualize the word and document. So for example, like this, okay, I don't think you can see this. Okay, this one. Okay, so we have a cluster, and each cluster will have the main concept. So this one is referring to architecture and then pages and so on. Okay. We have also the woodnet. The woodnet just describe one particular wood with the next one. So for example, hand, then it goes to manus, paw, and meat, and then so on. Okay. Okay, the last one is visual visualization for text mining. So this is normally looking into the word, and they will highlight which word is the most frequent one. The first one is called the word tree. So the word tree is simply describing the sequence of word that you have in your document, and these are the possible branches that you will have. This is obtained from the Martin Luther King "I Have a Dream" speech. Okay. We also have this graph that show the most famous baby name. Okay, the popularity of baby name over time. Let's try this one. Baby name wizard. So sometimes it is good to have an idea what are the tools available. I check your name lah, Beatrice.
Boleh, boleh.
Mantau.
Spider bilang
Huh? Beatrice is it?
Also by setting up library nama. Just Jacob.
Malah
Yeah.
mana ya banyak feature. Let me check. We supposed to go to popularity. We go to trending story. Maybe name, right? Oh, this one is different. So this one depends on kalau dia lahir ya 6 months old and so on and so on. Maybe not that one. Maybe tidak exist already. Oh, tidak sudah that that website.
Yeah, that.
Kan? Mau tahu kan? Bila famous. Maybe you can check Google. Hmm, Beatrice. Oh, oh dia naik balik loh sini. So mulai ada turun and so on. Check my name. Tidak, tidak trending dia. Tidak famous pula nih my name.
Unique, right?
Ada wah. Tidak kan? Jarang orang pakai. Orang,
Orang Sabah. Ada. Brand of his Italy ya.
oi, ini macam lurus saja nih. Oh ada. Ikut tahun lagi oh. Sudah ramai yang pakai Farah lah. Kan? Apa nama saya? Tidak. Tidak. Oh. Kecewa nih. Siapa lah. So we go back to the slide. Go back to the slide. Habis pula. Okay, so these are some of the example of tools or website that we can use, but some of them I think dia tidak boleh support sudah dia punya business. So but there are some uh, developed by individual researchers, so only available by certain community and not in for public lah. But can be used if we contact the person in charge lah, the one who do the research. Okay, so based on this, we have this is the first exercise. So this one is very subjective lah. So I will put up this one in the math version 3, and then you just submit your answer lah. So the first one is keyword problem when you are not getting relevant documents. So what you will do, and then the second one is how do you adjust your query based on what factor? Uh,
Reformulate.
based on your understanding kah, or based on the definition kah, ataupun
Yes. Experience, based on,
based,
how do you adjust your query based on what factor?
based
Profiling or
um
experience, previous experience.
yeah.
This
So
is
based on your previous experience or background knowledge lah kan. Okay. So
when it's based on knowledge.
yeah. So what else can you get from the return result? So we have photos, we have advertisement, we have definition. So we have many other, but you just mentioned lah what you notice they return. What else they return? Does your user profile reflect the result return? Of course, but maybe you can try yourself lah, logging into the browser and without logging into the browser. Propose a website that is totally different from the general search engine. So just now we have seen a few websites that can be used for specific query. So other than Google or any standard website, maybe you can suggest or propose a unique website that you found, if any lah. So, so this one is just give you an idea what are the topic that we are going to learn in this course, and then um, just give you like a few questions just to warm up lah. Right? So for this one, there is no right and wrong answer. Um, I will just post in the smart version 3, then you just um, provide the answer lah. Just for our record that okay, we have finished lecture 1 and 2, and this is some of the output that we get based on our understanding of the topic that cover in lecture 1 and 2. Okay. Okay. Uh, I think let me stop this one. Yeah, I think that's all for today. 5:30. So saya rasa you all pun macam pening-pening sudah. Macam
Lots of information masuk.
yeah.
Tapi okay lah, boleh faham.
Okay lah kan. So
Yes.